Imagine walking into a cemetery at midnight, only to find every grave is now a gaping hole, the earth violently pushed out from underground. The air is thick with swirling fog, a cold wind howling through the twisted, ancient tombstones. Shadows flicker and dance, casting eerie shapes that seem to move on their own. As you step closer, the scent of fresh earth mingles with something far older, a chilling presence that seeps into your bones. Suddenly, skeletal hands burst from the darkness, followed by hollow, empty eyes staring into your soul as the dead claw their way out of disturbed resting places. The ground trembles beneath your feet as the risen dead stand, not with anger, but confusion and sorrow. Their desperate whispers swirl around you, voices lost in time, pleading for release. Frozen in terror, you prepare to run, but then a blinding, warm light erupts from the oldest grave. A gentle figure appears, radiant and peaceful, her presence calming the restless spirits. With a wave of her hand, the ghost's faces soften, their anguish fading. She speaks words of forgiveness and hope, guiding each lost soul back to their graves. Slowly the holes fill, the earth mends, and the first light of dawn breaks over the cemetery. Now serene and bathed in golden light, the graveyard feels alive with peace. You realize that not all tales of horror end in darkness. Sometimes, even in the deepest night, hope is restored. Please like and subscribe to my channel.
It started with the spoons. At midnight, their clatter pulled me from bed. I crept into the kitchen, heart thudding, and watched in disbelief as they twirled across the counter, scraping metallic patterns that echoed in the silence. Then, the mugs slid off their shelf, landing upright, handles trembling, forming a jagged line across the cold tiles. The refrigerator magnets launched themselves, clicking into place on the floor, spelling out help in crooked, desperate letters. My breath caught as the ceiling lamp swayed violently, casting frantic shadows that danced on the walls. The hallway clock spun its hands backward, ticking louder and louder, until it crashed to the ground, splintering at my feet. I reached for my phone, but it skittered away, screen flashing. Leave. My pulse hammered as every object in the room began to tremble, building to a feverish crescendo. Chairs toppled, drawers slammed shut, and the kitchen knives stood on end, pointing at me, sharp and accusing. A final message appeared, scratched across the fogged window. Too late. The lights flickered out, plunging the room into suffocating darkness. Then, something unseen moved closer. Heavy, hungry, and utterly relentless. At 12:03 a.m., Emily tiptoed to the bathroom, drawn by a whisper soft as fog. The moonlight cast silver bars across the tiles, illuminating the old mirror above the sink. She'd heard stories. Never look into a mirror at midnight, never linger, never stare too long. But she was 17, and superstition was for children. Still, goosebumps prickled her arms as she leaned in. Her reflection gazed back, eyes wide, lips parted in silent warning. Emily blinked. Her reflection did not. She raised her hand. The image hesitated, then jerked to follow, a fraction too slow. Heart pounding, she stepped back. The reflection smiled, a twisted, knowing grin that never touched Emily's lips. She tried to run, but her body wouldn't move. In the glass, her reflection's eyes darkened, swallowing the light. It stepped forward, pushing against the barrier, while Emily's own body faded, growing translucent. With a final desperate scream, soundless, trapped behind glass, Emily watched herself walk away, wearing her face, her skin, her life. Behind the mirror, only darkness remained, and Emily's silent, terrified eyes.
Imagine you're a kid exploring your attic for hidden treasures. When you stumble upon a crumpled piece of paper tucked behind old boxes, you smooth it out and see a crayon drawing of a strange, smiling family, faces wide, eyes too big, hands pressed flat against the paper. At the bottom, a chilling message scrawled in shaky letters. We live in your walls. Your heart races, and the room suddenly feels colder. The lights flicker, casting eerie shadows, and a cold breeze brushes your neck. From the cracks in the wall, faint giggles echo softly. That night, tiny footsteps tap behind your bed, making you freeze in fear. Summoning all your courage, you whisper to the walls, asking who they are and what they want. The next morning, a new drawing appears on your bedroom wall, the Crayon family waving with a new message, "Thank you for seeing us." That night, you dream of a secret world inside the walls, filled with laughter, games, and warmth. You realize the Crayon family were lonely spirits, only wanting a friend to notice them. From then on, the noises become friendly and comforting, and you never feel alone again. Please like and subscribe to my channel.
Imagine this. You're alone on Halloween night, the room bathed in flickering candlelight as a chilling horror movie plays on the screen. Outside, the wind howls fiercely, rattling the windows and casting eerie shadows that dance across your walls. Suddenly, bam! A sharp, unexpected knock pounds against your front door. You freeze, heart hammering in your chest. Another knock follows, louder and more insistent, echoing through the silent house. Is it just the wind playing tricks, or something far more sinister? You edge toward the door, every terrifying scene you've ever seen flooding your mind. The knocking grows urgent, rhythmic, almost mocking. Your breath quickens, matching the pounding soundtrack of the movie. Peering through the peephole, you see nothing but darkness. The door handle rattles gently. Holding your breath, you whisper, "Who's there?" Silence. Summoning every ounce of courage, you fling the door open, only to be greeted by a rush of cold air and bursts of laughter. Your closest friends, dressed as ghosts and ghouls, leap from the shadows, shouting, "Trick or treat." Relief floods through you, fear melting into joy. The real horror? Almost missing out on a night filled with laughter, friendship, and unforgettable memories. Sometimes the scariest knocks bring the happiest surprises. Imagine this. You're sinking into a warm bath, steam curling around flickering candlelight. Suddenly, a chilling presence brushes your skin from behind the shower curtain. Before you can react, a pale, ghostly hand bursts through the fabric, gripping your head and forcing you underwater. Panic surges as your lungs burn and muffled screams echo beneath the surface. Shadows dance wildly across the tiled walls. The grip tightens, unrelenting. Through blurred vision, you catch a glimpse of a gaunt, hollow-eyed face, reflected in the chrome faucet, its mouth twisted in silent agony. Desperation fuels your thrashing as the bathroom lights flicker violently, plunging the room into eerie darkness. Just as your strength wanes, your fingers brush against an old locket drifting nearby. Clutching it tightly, you lift it high. Instantly, the crushing pressure releases. The ghostly hand vanishes. Gasping for air, you cough and shiver as the bathroom settles back into peaceful stillness. The locket glows softly in your palm, a beacon of warmth. You understand now. The spirit sought peace, not harm. With a gentle whisper, the haunting presence fades away, leaving you safe, grateful, and forever changed. Please like and subscribe to my channel.